why OBS just can't remember your settings per scenes. Like you can have the scenes tab, and you can change the capture displays, and you can set things up. I had a nice little display for another project I was doing. No, going back to my miscellaneous scenes thing, because that was a DS game, so I had to mess with it to get the DS screen system to work, because how it has two screens. I had to mess with that. I had a nice little layout, nice little setup. No, adding this game to the main set of scenes and not the two separate scenes I had for the top and bottom focused screen stuff. Yeah, no, it just broke everything. It just rescaled, resized, did everything. Not only did it not remember my settings, it actively tried to forget them. So I would go back into it, and I had a background picture for it because you have to have dead space with the two screens. I was like, oh, let me rescale the picture. I can probably fix it. Nope, nope. We're gonna uncrop the picture, and we're going to not let you rescale the screen. Why OBS doesn't let you change what it's seeing is so annoying. Like, it lets you change the size of like the windows in the screen. You get the little screen, you get anything in the little screen is what it's going to record. Yeah, you can't change the recording screen. You can change the size of what's in it. You just can't change the size of the screen proper, or you're always stuck to the stupid, what was it, 12 by 9 aspect ratio or whatever it is. I can't change that aspect ratio. If there's a way to do it, I'd love to know. But I just fought it for an hour. It messed everything up so badly, I had to throw away 9 recordings of a previous series because I wouldn't be able to re-record them the same way. So I'm gonna have to reset that recording type and restart a series I was 5 hours into. Mind you, it's a long game, so it's not the end of the world, but oh, I'm so unbelievably angry right now. Anyway, dead space at the beginning of this game here. I have the recording paused. You can read. It's Pokemon. Specifically Pokemon Fire Red. However, I have seen Pokemon a million times. You've seen Pokemon a million times. I'm sick of seeing Pokemon. Gen 1 especially. I'm sick of seeing it. I want to do the other games, but I figured going chronologically would be nice. So I have a mod, a couple mods added to your. Well, it's one mod, but the mod adds a few things. Uh, the mod basically throws away the ability to do trade and link stuff. Instead, it adds the ability to use like link items and all that. It's basically a giant quality of life stuff. It adds like 300 Pokemon from other Pokedexes. So you can get Ralts, you can get Starly, stuff like that. It adds Mega Evolution, but I didn't play far enough to figure that out. But there's one main gimmick of this. Yeah, it's a giant quality of life and adds a bunch of stuff. It's also a texture mod. It changes how the mons look. I'm going to push Control P and hope nothing blows up and the recording actually goes proper. Because I'm so sick of technical difficulties, I'm livid. One of the few times I've gotten angry. Yeah, the bars on the side, I can't fix those. I I refuse to fight it anymore. Anyway, this is the mod. Yep. It takes Pokemon Fire Red and transforms all the mons into anime girls. This is going to be your only warning. I don't think any of them get super inappropriate, but like the stage 1 evolutions are like, oh, they're a small child. Stage 3, they become adults and cleavage is shown, uh, mini skirts, stuff like that. They're a little sexy, but I, from what I've seen, there's no like nudity or anything like that. So anyway, yeah, very. Now this doesn't change anything from normal Pokemon Fire Red, so it's gonna be the same game. I'll point out differences when they get to them, but it's just Pokemon Fire Red but bigger. It This does to Pokemon Fire Red what Heart Gold and Soul Silver did to Gen 2. Where it adds a couple extra things, makes quality of life stuff, more Pokemon. Alright, controls will be explained. The D-pad, or in my case the control stick, is you move around, navigate menus. A is confirm, B is cancel. Start, select, bumpers. It's a Game Boy game, so your controls are like 5 of them. This, of course, I did get the mod legally and legitimately. I didn't go through any extra stuff. Anyway, it adds things like additional areas. It adds the fairy type, and I think it adds the dragon type. I don't remember if Fire Red added dragon type natively. Yeah, don't mega evolve in double battles. Don't enter whatever that is. Canopy chambers. Yeah. Hello there. Glad to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. Or, well, Moemon. It changes the words Pokemon to Moemon. Moe just means, I think, cute in Japan. So that's all it does. But welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. I'm gonna say Pokemon normally, but it does replace some of the words. This world's inhabited far and wide by amazing creatures called Pokemon. Yep, that's a Nidoran female. I think I might pop up an actual picture of what it's supposed to look like, just for posterity. That's all it does. Nidoran female is still poison type. It still turns into poison ground. It doesn't change anything fundamentally. It just changes how it looks. For some people, Pokemon are friends, others battle alongside them. As for myself, I do research as a profession. But first, tell me a little about yourself. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. Now tell me, are you a boy or a girl? In real life, I'm a boy, but I play as girl characters in video games. I think this is the first game that's not Diablo 2, where your gender is linked to your class. This is the first game I have a choice in. Yeah, I always play as female characters. What is your name? You know what? So you don't get any like special characters yet. You get those in later games, but I could name her Green from like the the books. Sorry. You know what? Let's go with my. I don't remember if I put an I at the beginning of it in Diablo 2. Not Yella. Yulia. No, did I put an I there? Yeah, Yulia. Whatever. There you go. Alright, so your name is Yulia. I don't know why that's a name I picked. It's just I had to throw something quickly in Diablo 2 and I liked it. That's my grandson. He's been your rival since you're both babies. Or what was his name now? Green, Gary, Kaz, Toru. I don't know the significance of these. Green was his name in the books. The girl I don't think existed until the Let's Go games where they named her Green. He was then named Blue. Gary is just his anime name. That's right, I remember now. His name is Gary. Your very own legend, Pokemon Legends about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon await. Now, basic things. I have a speed up. I can speed things up. This game, instead of having to beat Pewter Gym to get the running shoes, you can just run natively. Withdraw an item. Because it's Gen 1, let's take out the potion, because that has to be a function. But yeah, it's just Pokemon Fire Red with a sprinkling of playability. Sure to join our Discord. Gonna leave that on screen there. Uh-oh. That's not a... Oh, thank goodness. I looked at, Discord, not Discord. I looked at the recording window, and it's like, oh, yeah, no, half the screen's just cut off. No, it's just because I have the window having to sit over it. Gosh, I legitimately hope nothing wrong's happening with this. I'm gonna be so mad. Also, additional noises. If you hear weird thudding and banging or whatever, you can find the invite again if you look at the description of exit at the start menu. Yep, go to an exit. Again, gonna leave that there if you're interested. It's a posted notice. If you're confused, ask for help. I believe... Nope, that's save states. Spoilers. Unfortunately, save states in this game are on this emulator, because this mod is a picky. This movie on TV, a girl with her hair in pigtails is walking up a brick road. I better go too. That's Brittany, if I remember correctly. From Gen 2. So I think she's the only leader who has pigtails. Because it's not Misty. Anyway, I don't recall if this game does actually change any of the dialogue. I don't think it does. I know Fire Red to Red, or Red to Fire Red changes a bit. Read the readme. Read the readme! Sounds useful, aren't they? Yeah, it adds a couple NPCs, and it's very pushy about getting this mod in the legitimate way, and making sure you understand what's going on. Makahita is incredible. She's able to out-eat me and take on a team of Pidgey. How is she able to take on a team of Pidgey? It's a fighting type. Anyway, if this is your first time watching Gen 1, I'm sorry. This isn't too different. It just changes how some of the mons look. I'm sorry, but I'm sick of Gen 1. I'm shoving through this more or less to get to Heart Gold, because I'm eager to play that again. I'm gonna have to sit through Emerald, and then I'm gonna play Platinum. Anyway, try to walk into the grass. Hey, wait, don't walk in there. Or don't go out there, I think is what it says. I think that dialogue automatically skips if you let it sit for long enough. It's unsafe while Pokemon live in tall grass. Nope, okay. That may have just been a timed thing. You'll need your own Pokemon for your protection. Yeah, it changes the words Moemon. I know, you're come with me. It changes the word to Moemon for, like, the beginning, and that's it. Cramps. I'm fed up with waiting. Gary? Let me think. Oh, that's right, I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Yulia. There are 3 Pokemon here. So, here. The Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. But now, in my old age, I have only these 3 left. You can have one. Go ahead and choose. Hey, Gramps. No fair. What about me? Be patient, Gary. You can have one too. Now, inside the 3 Pokeballs are Pokemon. Which one you choose for yourself? Anyway, we all know what Bulbasaur, Charmander, Pikachu, or Squirtle look like. Oh, I was one off. Here's Charmander. Charmander is your choice. You should raise it patiently. So, you're claiming the fire Pokemon Charmander. Your Squirtle. Squirtle's your choice. It's worth raising. Nope. And then there's Bulbasaur. It's very easy to raise. So you want to go with the grass Pokemon Bulbasaur? Now, I don't recall... I think I'm going to go with, like, I don't care for Charizard. I think he's overrated. And if my friend ever saw me pick Charizard in any playthrough, he'd have a conniption fit. Because he hates Charizard with a passion. But that's primarily because he's a hipster, and if anything's popular, he hates it. I'm gonna go with Charmander, because he turns into a flying type, and I don't think Fletchling is in this game. Because my personal playthrough, I didn't have any, like, grass coverage, which really messed me up, because the only grass flying type, or the only flying type I had was Jumpluff, which is terrible. Okay. Do you want to get Charmander a name? And it's a boy. No, it's a female. Now, whatever you say, oh, you're female Pokemon, gendering, it's Moemon. They're cute anime girls. I'm gonna get female Pokemon. I don't care. Go away. If I'm gonna do a mod, I'm gonna do it properly. Anyway, what should her name be? Name her Centerfold. Oh, you know, I just realized Centerfold's a bad thing. I was thinking of JoJo. Is there a fire stand in JoJo? I name Magician's Red. Magicii. Nope, wouldn't have the ability to do it. You know, we'll go with creative. Yeah, 15% or more. It's not a gecko. I don't care. Fine, I'll take this one then. You can Squirtle. Now, if you've only played the later Pokemon games, I think starting in Gen 5? No, I think it's Gen 6. Yeah, Gen 6. They start to pick what you're weak to, or what you're strong against. Yeah, no, they used to pick what you're weak to. So picking your starter was a serious choice. If you picked the grass type, he was going to pick a fire type. So you had to make sure you had a rock or a water type. If you picked the, fire type, he was going to pick the water type. So you needed grass or lightning. You talk to Oak. If a wild Pokemon appears, your Pokemon can battle it. With it at your side, you should be able to reach the next town. This also changes the sprite work, making this probably one of the best mods. Wait, let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. Rival Gary would like the battle. Send out Squirtle. Oh, for Pete's sake. So pushy as always. Yeah. You've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? A Pokemon battle is when trainers pit their Pokemon against each other. Holding A or B during a chat window speeds it up. They pit their Pokemon against each other. It's holding A, sorry. A trainer that makes the other trainer's Pokemon faint by lowering their HP to 0 wins. But rather than talking about it, you'll learn more from experience. Try battling and see for yourself. Yep, you get Scratch and Growl. I think Squirtle and Bulbasaur gets Tackle. Charmander gets Scratch. Inflicting damage on your foe is key to any battle. It uses Tail Whip, which I think lowers your defense. Yeah. Anyway, it's the starting fight, so it's not... Ooh, uh-oh. I think I might actually lose this one. That's the problem with Gen 1 Pokemon, you could very easily lose the tutorial. If you lose the tutorial, you don't lose any money, but you don't get XP. Geico turned to level 6. I skipped past that, so you didn't get to see what the level up was. What? Unbelievable. I picked the wrong Pokemon. Got 80 bucks. You don't lose any money if you lose this fight. But you do if you lose any other. Excellent. If you win, you earn prize money, and your Pokemon will grow. Battle other trainers make your Pokemon strong. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon battle to toughen it up. Gramps, smell you later. Or Yillian Gramps. Anyway, yeah, so in normal Fire Red, you can't do this. You can't run until much later, so you're forced to walk. Anyway, iconic music. Ooh. Oh. Huh. That's interesting. That was a Bidoof noise, which you can encounter Bidoofs in these grass. Does grass play the sound of the Pokemon that are in it? I didn't know that. Alright, walking in the grass, you can randomly encounter things. Encountered a Scatterbug. It used Tackle. As you saw in the last fight, Geico had 20 HP, now she has 22. Your little HUD there. Name, gender. Gender has absolutely no connotation to a fight, except for some Pokemon can only evolve at a certain gender. The bar is your HP. Number on the left is your total, or is your current. Number on the right is your maximum. XP bar at the bottom. Your level at the top. It used Tackle. I don't remember what Scatterbug turns into. I know it turns into Spupa, but yeah, I think it turns into Vivillon. Got 17 XP. Bar filled up a little bit. Running, you do gain the ability to run later. I'll point it out when you do, because this replaces it with a different item. Walking, I think each piece of grass you walk through has like, I think it's like a 3 or 4% chance to spawn a Pokemon for every grass you walk through. So you walk through one, it's like chance, 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 chance. You know, it procs a chance each time. Running, like right now. Oh, whoops. It's because your chances build up. Pidgey. Pidgey used Tackle. Now I can just speed up through these fights, and that's what I did on my own personal. I don't think I'm gonna do that here. Oh, level up. Now, I didn't show it off last time, but this is what a level does. I really hope the window's not being messed up. Oh, it will now if I have it covered by the off side of the screen. Okay. There you go. HP goes up by 2, attack and defense by 1, special attack by 2, and special defense and speed go up by 1. Adding to your total. And she learned Ember. I guess I can go over stats. Nature, I don't know what the natures do. Natures actually, I do know what they do, but I don't know what each one does. They affect your stats. So a Pokemon with a certain nature will get a stat that goes up faster and a stat that goes down faster. Well, not down faster, but a stat that doesn't grow as much. So it's like, oh, this stat is like you gain more attack, but you're less likely to gain speed. So you can occasionally get like +2 or +3 to your attack, and you can occasionally get +0 to your speed. Stats on the right. HP. Attack is physical attacks. Defense is physical defense. Special attack, special defense are, the special versions of those. And speed is your likelihood to, not your likelihood, your ability to go first in a fight. If your speed is higher than your opponent, you go first. There are attacks that utilize speed, like, oh, if you are slower, it does less damage. Anyway, I'm going to show off the chance thing after I heal, because this my Mon is about to get in a lot of trouble. Anyway, Ember is a fire type. It says there at the bottom right. Because it matches the type of Charmander, it does more damage. It does 1.5 times damage. So I go to Pokemon. Oh yeah, the moves. Yeah, it does the same damage as Scratch. However, it actually does more. Because not only does it match up with a stat it has higher of, it gets a stab, it's called. Same type of attack boost. Power is not how much damage it does. Well, sorry, it is, but that number doesn't mean it does 40. It just means it does, it gives you a number to show you how powerful it is. Accuracy is your chance of missing. 100 means it won't miss unless your accuracy gets lowered or their evasion gets increased. Description at the bottom. Attack with small flames. They may suffer a burn. Growl's attack, okay. And then there's the symbol beside power. That symbol means it is an effect. So that lowers the enemy's attack. Those are buffs and debuffs pretty much. That little red explosion is a physical attack. It uses their attack stat. And Ember, that ripple means it does special attack. So even if they were both normal type moves, Ember would do more damage because it's a special attack and she has a higher special attack stat. So a little bit of strategy. These are pretty much baby's first RPGs, but anyway, enter a town. Building with a red roof is called a Pokemon Center. There's NPCs that give you nice little tutorials. This guy's new to the mod. He wants you to come back after you defeat a certain gym leader. Here's a map. This map is the difference between, or it shows a couple of differences between this mod and base game. Lost Merc, Lover's Cay, and Clear Forest. are new areas added to this mod. Oh, I should also probably mention, gray things are like little sub-caves, little dungeons. Reds are the towns. Anyway, this lady here, 4 out of 24. Talk to her. Welcome to the Pokemon Center. Would you like to heal your Pokemon back to perfect health? Yep. Okay, I'll take your Pokemon for a second. Push the machine, you get the iconic jingle. Your Pokemon's now full health. So, to the Pokemon, your Pokemon's full health. All of your Pokemon get healed. This is Pokemon, everyone's seen it, but I do want to, you know, cover the bases. Anyway, I'm gonna end off here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.